Hello and welcome to Beauty and Chronic Pain. It is I, Rebecca. I keep speaking like that lately because of that stupid advert with the kitchen roll, but let's not get into that. So today I'm going to do a video which is basically me just using one hand because the pain in my left shoulder is still there after 7 weeks. And it has been hindering me from doing makeup because if I move too much, even just using my right hand, which is my dominant hand, it does still aggravate the pain because it starts like somewhere here and goes all the way around. So let's see if I can do a full face of makeup with just one hand. I'm going to use some products today as well that I never used before because why not? I'm just here to play with makeup while I'm trying to work out what very simple Halloween makeup I can do, because it's nearly my favourite time of year, which I used to lovingly, affectionately call Sluttoween, because it was an excuse for me and many girls just to dress as sexy, or in some cases for some people slutty, for Halloween instead of scary. Which is not judgment on my part because I was part of that crew. So there we go. So the first product I'm going to use is the L'Oreal Infallible Illuminizing Primer. It's not that easily available in this country. I had to buy it online. I don't know why L'Oreal, this just isn't in the stores anywhere. Not that I saw. Or even on the store's website. So. Is this gonna come out? Aha! Ooh! Look at that. I know it was a Luminising primer, but that's a bit much. I'm gonna look like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz or something. I just knocked the lid on the floor. As usual, I haven't really done much prep for this, so I'm gonna use a little bit and see how it goes. Obviously I've washed, toned, exfoliated, prime my face. So yeah, this is going to bring up all the texture, highlight all the texture I have in my skin, because I still get like a rash, what looks like a rash, kind of tiny little red spots, and it is from my amitriptyline medication. Which I'm currently trying a new product to see if it helps get rid of this textural, I want to say anomalies or abnormalities, but I'm not sure that's the right word. Anyway. Let's rub that in. This is rubbing in really well. My face is super duper shiny. There's a slight silver tinge to it, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And that's because I was smart enough to use a small amount first. So yeah, I think that's rubbed in very well. I move my mirror over because I always forget to put it right in front of me so I'm not looking off to the side. Oh god, I am an awkward person. Okay, so that's the primer done. I was thinking maybe I'll colour correct because I've got some redness. Do I have my corrector? I think it's in my drawer because I'm quite lazy. I never really bothered to colour correct my face. I did think about it and I can't remember what I thought. I thought if I could find it I'll use it, and then I forgot to look. So I'm going to use instead Dermablend concealer, or stick corrector. It's more of a concealer. I think it's kind of close to my skin tone. Might not be, you know, still a bit tanned from the summer. It's now properly autumn in the UK. few days ago, it was just pouring down with rain. I was on my mobility scooter and I was thinking that I'm gonna, you know, I was thinking to myself that'd be good if my scooter was like amphibious, because like the rain just wasn't stopping, and already I'm using my other hand to close the lid. Don't I look weird like that? Ha! Anyway, I previously sprayed my beauty sponge. It's the Real Techniques one. It's so annoying. I have the word in my head. It's like right there, the tip of my brain, tip of my tongue, and my mouth is like, which is the word. Don't look at my sponge. It's a bit dirty because I used it, yeah, Saturday, and it's Tuesday now. I washed my other brushes and forgot to wash my beauty blender. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but I was kind of annoyed. It had me annoyed to see that I was watching a Real Techniques video, and or it could have been Pixie Woo, you know, it's the same girls that do it. And they're saying that these sponges are only meant to last like 3 months. And I was like, you what? I mean, it's not expensive, you know, it's like, they're about £6 I think here, depending on where you shop and that sort of thing. But yeah, I was like, what? Do you know what I've done? I have one of the new Too Faced Born This Way, because I have the concealer and the foundation, and I picked up the concealer because that was what was in my makeup bag. I'll be back in a second. See, this is the reality of beauty when you've got chronic pain disorder and you're on a lot of medication that makes you very spaced out. The condition itself gives you brain fog, which I've explained before in a few previous videos, I think, at least 2. So sometimes I think I've got stuff, and then I look at it and I'm like, wait, this is not what I meant. Why am I so out of breath when I talk? So yeah, this is the Born This Way foundation, which I'm sure you've seen because it's everywhere. And this is the concealer. Look at the size of that. So like, if you're like me and you're just trying to pick up stuff, like I picked up all my stuff from my living room because that's where I do my makeup in the day, because my sofa's comfortable. And I bring it in here to where I do filming. I pick this up and it looks the same as this. And I stupidly got the same colour in the concealer, like exactly the same. Well, I do my concealer normally a shade or 2 lighter for my under eyes. Sorry, a bit gassy. I just drank some Coke. So I'm going to use the foundation. Still trying not to use my other hand. I keep forgetting because memory loss is a thing too for me. You still see how shiny I am. I look so metallic. It's kind of weird, but cool. Just put a tiny bit of this on. This is my new favourite Holy Grail foundation, because I love how it makes me look, but I have some problems. So if you have any suggestions what to do for this, let me know, because I'm all ears. Spritz my brush again with some the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray in coconut. Love it, great scent. I have to put my head all the way back because so much comes out, and I just feel like if I don't stretch far enough, then my face is going to be drenched. So my problem is I have oily skin, and it's not super duper oily, but it's oily enough that I look, you know, kind of greasy sometimes, like when I first wake up. So I use this foundation because I just wanted to try it out where my friend was working on the counter. she might see this video and she does, hi Ellie Patelli. And yeah, so I wanted to try this out, and it's full coverage, I've seen great reviews. But if I use a mattifying primer first, my face ends up looking, I just do one layer of foundation, maybe add a bit here and there where I really need it, and then I can end up looking really powdery. But if I wear this foundation without a matte primer, like when I had it done on in the store, when I was trying to be colour matched, Ellie used the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which I have and I do like. My face just looks super shiny / oily / greasy / yuck. And then she put a little bit of the Too Faced, I think it was called Ethereal Skin, something like that, powder just under my eyes. And it's supposed to be creaseless, but I have lines under my eyes anyway already, so there's nothing you can do. No matter how creaseless a product says it is, it will crease. I've done all the tricks where you put, like, you know, you immediately set it with powder, blah blah blah, just a light touch, da da da. Nothing works. So if I use just a hydrating primer, or like the Hangover one, then I put this foundation on, then just put a tiny smidge of powder on my face to stop it looking oily, I look powdery. And then I have to use a fixing spray, usually this one I have by GRWM, and that gets rid of the powderiness. You don't want to use a setting spray, because obviously setting will hold it in place. I need a fixing spray or a refreshing spray, so it will refresh the skin and it'll, you know, it stops it looking powdery, because you get powder and you add a bit of moisture, you know, it's no longer powdery. I have explained that terribly, but hopefully you know what I mean. To me that looks blended in really well, but I feel like I look super shiny, probably because of that primer. Oh, excuse me, I feel like I got fluff in my eyes or something. I tried that trick where, because like my nose is the oiliest place in the world. Like oil companies have nothing on my nose. So I tried the trick where you put powder on your nose first, and then, you know, use the MAC Pro Longwear eyeshadow paint pot, which is a trick I heard from an oily girl who does great beauty videos, Nikia Joy, who's Australian. That didn't work. You put the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot, which is eyeshadow, or eyeshadow base, on my nose, then foundation, then powder, then fixing spray. Still gets oily. A lot, like really oily, there's a lot of separation, and it looks gross. I've done just the powder, my nose, primed it, powdered, foundation, a little bit more powder, setting spray, my oil still come through. Just on my nose, not really even my T-zone, just the nose, and it's like all across the nose, the whole nose, the bridge and the, whatever the bottom bit's called. Is there a separate name for it? I don't know. Man, am I unfocused. Next stage is concealer, but oh yeah, I've got another one. I don't know why I bought the Born This Way one in the exact same shade as the foundation, but there we go. I'm gonna use a trusty favourite that lots of people love, and I only find it okay. It's not amazing to me. I hate the sponge bit on the top. I think it's really unhygienic. It's difficult to clean without it falling apart. But what can you do? And that's the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age The Eraser Eye Eye Treatment and Concealer. It's a long ass name. I'm gonna get my mini purple sponge, Real Techniques, dab under my eyes, set down that concealer. Here's a fact about me. I think it's interesting. You might not. But when my hair is dark, my natural colour, or if I dye it black, people think I'm Latina. Specifically, I've been told, at least by 2 completely different strangers, that I look Portuguese. Which is not a problem, you know, but I had one insist. She was like, "Are you sure?" So yes, I know where my parents are from. But whatever. I wasn't offended, it was just funny. I think that's it, alright, and then I have to pull this really sexy face. Oh, Becky, don't do that again. Okay, so foundation, concealer. If I turn down the light, look at my skin as well. Now with that shiny, that's too bright. That super shiny primer. Completely different look, isn't it? Okay. I don't know. Like what I see here, looking in my phone, and down here is 2 slightly different things. In this I look flawless. Down here it's like texture. Oh yeah, I tried different primers with this foundation as well. I tried to use some pore filling. It just looks terrible. I think partly I just need to concentrate more on my skincare, which is why I'm trying this new toner that's supposed to be like super good for texture. Should I bother putting eyeshadow on? The answer is yes, of course I should. Oh, which palette? I'm going to use Lime Crime and just put a little bit on. See what I can do with one hand, even though I'm opening it with 2 hands. You can't, it's hard to go completely one-handed. Let me try. So this is the Venus. Wait, why am I holding like that? Hold on. Yeah. I hope this is giving you a good laugh. The Venus XL palette that I was lucky to win. Did I say it was Lime Crime? Yeah, it was Lime Crime. So I won this like back in July, around my birthday, which is fabulous. I'm going to take a dome shadow brush from Real Techniques, of course. Oh, I think that was just a brush dropping. I've got my, what is this? Oh, this is Primark, and you just use it to clean your brushes. You just wipe it, just making sure that I cleaned it, so I don't, you know, muddy up my palette. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with, oh, so many beautiful colours. Look at that. All the pinks and purples and reds. Okay, let's go in with, it's so hard to choose. I'm going in one called Triumph, which is on the bottom. I'm going to have to use my left hand. So this one's Triumph there. Can you see? That's that one. Oh, I always wished I was ambidextrous, so I could use both hands equally and beautifully. So yeah, let's just get this watercolour. I don't think you're supposed to use this brush to do all over colour, but I can't remember which one you're supposed to at the moment, because my brain is just so fried. But I don't think my makeup looks too much of a mess right now, so that's good. It's not flawless and perfect, but it is real. Let's just do that one. I should probably do just one eye at a time so this video isn't too long. Got that all over the socket. Such a pretty pink colour. Weirdly to me it looks multi-tonal. But I probably just concentrated some colour in some parts rather than others. So let's just blend this sucker. Oh, it's good, so pigmented, so pretty. So Vogue, darling, totally Vogue. I got really oily eyelids as well, and normally I would set it with powder first, but I forgot. Next, colour. I wiped a bit of foundation off because I had an itchy nose. Right. I'm just going to go in with a nice glittery one. I feel like I should use my finger, but I've got long nails now, so I can't. Look at that. So pretty and dark red. It matches my palette. So I'm trying to use my left hand. Not to use my left hand, I mean. So yeah, let's see. I think I'm going to go in with this colour. I can't hold it. Okay, hang on. Get there in the end. Right, so the colour is in the middle row. The second one in this row. It's called New Classic. I'm going to use that. I'll keep my hand behind my back so that I don't keep using it. Let's see. Looks darker than I thought it was going to be. I want like a real sparkly one. It's kind of dark. Right, let's go with it. So pretty. This would make a really good crease shade, I feel. Just wipe that all over the eye. I'm hoping this gives like, I think this gives like very autumn vibes, isn't it? It gives like, you know, darker colours and that. Not bad, not bad. Then I'm going to go in with a colour on the palette. On the top row, and it is the third one closest to my face. And that colour is called, third one from my face is, Frasca. I'm going to go in with this thing, let's see, light purple. I think I wanted to use this colour before and it didn't quite look how I wanted it. So actually I'm not going to use that colour. I'm going to use, let's see if I can use this colour here on my little finger. And that colour is just called Love. I don't know if you remember, you can go back to my video about the Lime Crime competition that I won. It was through Feel Unique, not really Lime Crime, but it came from Lime Crime. Feel Unique didn't send it to me, if that makes sense. So this palette is based on, you know, Venus. Venus is the Roman goddess of love. Greek being Aphrodite. Look at that shade, that's love. So I'm going to put just on the centre. Guess that's kind of halo, isn't it? That's so pretty, look at that. That was like such a light touch as well. I didn't rub it too hard in the palette, and I've only rubbed it over my eye. I haven't had to dip my finger back in the palette. That's so pretty. By the power of the pause button, I'm going to quickly do the other eye and come back. Now that the other eye is done, I'm going to go in with a colour called Supreme, which is on the bottom row. Just do my lash line, because that's just what I see everyone doing on YouTube. I do think it looks pretty when they do it. So weirdly, even though right-handed, this doesn't feel very comfortable. Not just because I'm doing like the opposite eye, but it feels weird not to use my other hand at all. And as you've seen, it's been a real struggle not to use my other hand. I was going to take this cloth, which I was using to clean up the brushes a little. Probably just use concealer for that, shouldn't I? But that would require me having common sense, which I'm lacking a little. Alright, so I got the Born This Way concealer. Just going to use it here on the edge, just to clean that up a little. I guess that could be left if I wanted it, you know, to be a bit of a messy, soft look. I try not to use too many layers under my eyes because otherwise it just makes it look really cakey. And I'm not going to put any shimmer under my eyes, but I'm going to move on now to eyebrows. So I'm going to use the Benefit Goof Proof pencil. Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit. Why do I feel so uncomfortable using my right hand when I'm right-handed? It's so weird. Alright. This pencil just like slides straight out, which is worrying that it's going to break. Because Benefit isn't that cheap. But my really cheap one decided to break on me the other day and I haven't replaced it yet. I feel, you know, that line is a bit harsh. So I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush. Actually, this is an Essential crease brush. I don't want that one. I want this one, which is just says it's from Ruby. So, you know, that means this is one that came in a subscription box. My subscription boxes lately have been really dire. I subscribe to Rockerbox and Deck of Scarlet, and one called Look Incredible. Deck of Scarlet and Look Incredible I get them every other month. I think it was this month I was meant to get Deck of Scarlet, but you can skip them if you don't like the look of the palette, which I didn't. And just haven't got my next Look Incredible one yet. I think it's like due, you know, in October. So that means they'll take the money out on the 1st, and I have to wait like a week to get the product. Too impatient for that. There's also the Rockerbox one, which is monthly, and it's only like, it's either £10 and then £3.95 postage and packaging, or it's $13.95 and free postage and packaging. I can't remember, but I'll link it if you care. I'll link it whether or not you care, because I'm gonna put it in the description box before it gets published on YouTube. So I'm trying to do my brows. I'm not good at doing my brows. I think it's because I never really used to do my brows, like, ever, until like a couple of years ago, maybe 1 year ago. This pencil keeps sliding back down. Just stay where you are. Stay in your assigned position, madam, okay? I'm not here for this messing about nonsense. It keeps vanishing and then the colour won't come out. Like, why? Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this punishment? Oh my god, it's so annoying. And I didn't have that problem on the other eye. It's behaving. It's behaving. Because it turns out I had to screw it up a little bit. So I guess there's like too much space. That's why the pencil bit was sliding around. I do kind of soft eyebrows with the pencil because I don't want it to look too weird. My brows are sparse, so if I have, you know, bigger eyebrows, I feel it just looks odd. just have no hair naturally. I'd love to try microblading, but it's really expensive and there's a big chance that I'll end up looking like a idiot. Keep it polite and PG. And it's expensive. I don't have that kind of money. I don't know what accent that was, but just brush this up. I find this brush, when I do this, it makes my brows look softer. I don't know if it's supposed, I don't think it's supposed to do that, but that's what happens. Do I want eyeliner? Yeah, do you know what? I never really do eyeliner, so let's see if I can do that with one hand. I will unscrew the eyeliner with both hands. This is the Collection Fast Stroke. So that was very quick. Cheap and cheerful. You know, the Collection range. Don't know if you could hear that, but there's an aeroplane going over quite loudly. It's like, pretty sure I never hear airplanes in this room normally. When I rest my elbow on the desk, the mirror shakes, so I have to wait for it to settle. I can't talk and do eyeliner, liquid liner, because it will definitely go wrong. Whew, that was scary. I think it looks okay though. That's okay. Be quite in this eye as well, so it doesn't go crazy. Trying to make sure I got it as close to the lash line as possible. This is killing my shoulder though. Like killing. Oh. Try to stretch out the trap muscle as much as I can. Life is hard, yeah. It's hard. For me. Anyway. Let's see. I need a lower lash line. I'm going to use this colour which I really like. This is Master Drama Maybelline The Nudes. And the colour is Holt 16H. There's several languages, so yeah, I guess it's Holt. It's like a goldy nude for a shimmer. I'm going to use this to open up my eyes, but I need a sharpener. Shut up, dehumidifier. Where is the pencil sharpener? Ooh, my chair did not like that movement. Be careful, Becky. Your ass is fat now. Got to remember to be careful. Okay, so I remember specifically putting one pencil eye sharpener for makeup in one of my makeup bags. I have 3 makeup bags that I use. and it's not in any of them. So I'm gonna have to leave that gold line underneath, but I'm running out of patience. So my concealer is open. I don't want that to dry out. I will die if it dries out because that was not cheap. That was a Too Faced one. So the next step is mascara. I'm going to use the unlimited one from L'Oreal. Alternate between this. I got a mini one of their real, and in my makeup bag I got a mini Bonjour Big from Lancome. Do you know how long I had this before I realised that this is the one that everyone's raving about, where you bend, like it bends? Do you know how long that I had this? Oh. Of all the things that medication that needs bettering, I wish there was something for my memory, because I take fish oils and it does jack squat. Look at my hair sticking out. Do you know how annoying this is? So I couldn't go to my hairdressing appointment the other day for a wash and blow dry. Because, so I go every other Friday, and the Thursday night, which was this Thursday just gone, I couldn't sleep. I was awake all night until say like almost 2 PM. I stayed awake all night, all the way till then. I was tired, I'd taken all the right medication, and I just couldn't sleep. And it happens from time to time, and it is the most annoying thing ever. So I was just like a zombie, in no shape really to make a call, so I emailed and had to cancel the appointment. My hair is still due for a wash. I'm going to try and make Tom dye it for me, because this colour needs refreshing, and I got some really nice colours with the lime chrome stuff I won. Why am I using my wrong hand, my left hand? This is okay, the twist, but it's ultimately like just weird. It's so difficult to do this then, this eye. So yeah, that night on the Friday, I eventually went to sleep by 2 PM. I was asleep, and I didn't want to sleep all day, so I only slept 5 hours, and I still felt like crap. But by then, because I stayed awake all night, even though I took all my medication stuff, I was in so much pain from the lack of sleep. Like, people say that sleep is restorative and stuff, and they're not wrong. I don't always feel better mentally. Like, it does nothing for too much for like brain fog and stuff like that. But like when I've had a decent night rest where I haven't woken up too much and I'm not too tired, I can wake up in a, you know, decent mood. With fibro, you just like lower your expectations. This mascara is looking good. I haven't even like really dipped it back in the mascara pot. I'm just coating and coating it while I'm talking, and try not to notice how the other ones are just looking annoying. Can you see? Can you tell? I'm stand up. The left eye. It's probably not that noticeable to you guys, but to me, I can see where it's not really like lifting and it's clumping on this side. I will start doing like 350 layers. And we're moving on finally to bronzer. I was looking at my foundation to see how it's lasted, because I haven't like set it, of course. So see, when I do one layer as well, you can see here, like here, the spot that I tried to use the Dermablend on earlier. The Dermablend doesn't do much, and the foundation is supposed to be full coverage, but I think it's more medium. It's definitely buildable. I'm just not going to bother building it. I feel so tired and defeated. It's been 40 minutes already. Like, somebody save me. for myself. Makeup is hard. So I got this mini Too Faced Chocolate Soleil medium deep matte bronzer from Too Faced. Look how tiny that is. Right, so it's this circle, but look how thin that is. Like a biscuit. I could pop that in my mouth. Like, it reminds me of an Oreo. I haven't used this one at all. So with the light reflected, it looks like it's going to be too light, but looking down here, it doesn't look too bad. But I got this free when I got the concealer. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush. I want to use a big one for the bronzer, but not too big. Try to dip it there a bit lightly. Let's see. That looks a bit muddy, doesn't it? Is it just me? Or does it look muddy? Let me know. I'm not trying to contour, because you shouldn't really contour with bronzers. Like darker foundation's okay, or proper contour stuff. I'm just trying to warm up my face. My complexion. My complexion. I was going to rhyme words with complexion, but that's going to go badly, isn't it? Because I sort of have a one-track mind. And that is just dirty jokes all the time. I'm just trying to warm up my face. Not contouring. Make sure you know. Warm it up, warm it up, warm it up. Apparently you should go across the nose. So I'm not contouring my nose either, because I seldom do that. Ugh, I do not like the way that looks. I'm not going to fix it. So, fuck it. You get me. I'm going on to highlighter. So I got the original, not knockoff, iconic London one that everyone's raving about. I also got the Fenty one. Let me tell you, that fucker is hard to use. I find it hard to use because I don't know what's the best way. Like, I've seen people use it with brushes. I don't think I have the same type of brush, so it doesn't quite look right. I don't know. But anyway, let me show you the Fenty one. It says at the bottom, how many carats? And it is the Diamond Bomb one. I got this online from, yeah, Harvey Nichols. It's got a great mirror. I've got a crease there where foundation sits in, annoyingly. Bronzer doesn't look, yeah, it does look too bad. I was about to say, I don't like it. I've got a lot of glitter under my eyes, sitting in my creases. So yeah, that's the Fenty one. You've probably seen it. Trying to go in with a clean finger, but use the same hand. I'm scared to press too hard because I don't want to mess it up. But see, I just really swelled it hard. Look at that. Shiny. Let's put that on the back of my hand. I don't know if it's not that pigmented or I just need to wash my hands because I've got like makeup over it. I'm not supposed to, but let's use my left hand. This is why I don't like this. I feel like it's not quite working for me. It doesn't quite look like the professionals do it. Feels really weird. It's a weird texture. I want to push hard and break it, but this is expensive, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, this just gets glitter everywhere. Can you see that? It's just under the tattoo. Don't know what's happening. I don't know what is happening. So yeah, nose itch. Let's go for the iconic London. Just pop a little bit. I think this was the colour blush, wasn't it? So the Illuminator. Yeah, blush. don't really like to do it on the end of my nose because, right, it's greasy as fuck anyway, so why would I? Why would I do that? I'm going to use my Not So Clean mini sponge just because I don't know what else to use. I know people use their fingers, but I'm not feeling it today. Just trying to pat that in. I guess that looks okay. I feel like my makeup is a hot mess. Don't know. The highlighter is not as blinding as I thought it was going to be. But I did put like a teeny amount on. Maybe it's using the sponge. Maybe I shouldn't use the sponge to blend it. Like, I want it bright enough to blind my bad decisions. I'm not going to put it on my top lip because that's not going to look right. But shall. Alright. I'm going to use my baby finger because that's the cleanest one I have right now, I feel. Pat it in, pat it in, pat it in. I find it hard to know where to put it because it sort of spreads outwards like that. It doesn't just stay like in a neat little line. And then my cheekbones aren't very defined. I've got a very fat face and at certain angles, like when I smile, they look very round up here. So I guess that sort of shows you where it's supposed to go, but I don't know. It doesn't look like when other girls do it, the professionals. Ugh, I'm having like a real crisis of confidence here. Now it's just sitting on top of my skin, so I'm going to take this Lottie London brush. I think it's a like flat contour brush, but it's clean, so I'm just going to press that in. Try and blend it in a little. This is the thing, I do this channel because I like doing makeup and because a lot of my friends told me to, because they like how my makeup looks. But I don't think I'm very good at it. I think I'm just alright. Taking a clean fan brush to try and get rid of the itch without moving my makeup, hopefully. Try to get some of the glitter out of my under eye creases. See if I can wrap this bad boy up. I'm going to go for 2 dark shades. A dark shade, I mean. Let's see which one I should use. Maybelline Stay Matte. It does stay on very long. I'm going to use the more purple one, I think. But first, I'm going to quickly line my lips. Where did I put my lip liner? I just saw it a minute ago. Aha. I'm going to use, it's kind of a pinky nude colour, I think, from Lime Crime, Velvetine. No, that's very pink, but you know, I think it'll do. That isn't too far off my natural colour, I think. Which tells you I'm probably a little bit colourblind. Well, the bottom of my lips, like right at the edges, are very brown rather than pink. So I'm trying to balance it out, make it match the pink. This is going to be so vampy. So trying to be careful. Can't really talk while doing this. And there's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Yeah, I've got cotton buds, so I'll clean in a minute. The trick is getting this right is to take your time. Personally, I think this colour is too dark for me. Like, it's way too vampy. Way too goth. Like, that is a beautiful colour, don't get me wrong, but the overall look I think is just not me. So I'm going to do, put some tissue, see if I can clean this up. Oh, I have such a dry mouth in general. Lipstick is making it a little bit worse. So, and I'm going to go wet wipe. Just any cheap, this is actually face wipe, not wet wipe. Just, you know, because wet wipes are more general, face wipe is specifically for face. Clean my hands because they're a bit grubby, I feel. When I wipe them, look at that, there's not really much makeup on there, so I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just having an off day. I'm trying to just clean up the lip line, but I'm definitely getting a bit of foundation on here. Under my teeth, which is good. Obviously the trick to do is if it's like more of a wet lips that you go, and that cleans, picks up any colour that's gonna potentially stick on your teeth. I feel like it needs another layer on the bottom. Wait, did I just pick up the wrong colour? I did. No. Oh, what an idiot, Becky. Give that a second to dry down. Think about my life choices. Get a blush brush. I didn't put any blush on. Maybe that would make tie the look in a bit better. And my trusty Nars Orgasm. I haven't hit pan yet. Do you know what annoys me, right, is I hate how this looks after a while. Like, it's not all smooth, it's like a weird texture to me. This is a great brush, I got Real Techniques and I bought their DVD. Nice and sparkly, everyone likes this blush because people in general like a light blush, but I'm like a heavy blush girl, I don't know why. I kind of like how it looks. It's like really pink. I think that helps to mask the muddiness that was the bronzer that I used. Let's get this lipstick out of my face before I use the wrong one again. Ah! Funny enough, I think that colour would have suited me better than this, but we're down the rabbit hole now. We don't back out. I think that's better. Give the old teeth a lick. Check there's none on your teeth. There isn't. And then finally spritz with some setting spray. Do you know what though? I didn't put highlighter in like the corner of my eyes and stuff. So I'm gonna quickly do that. If I can open this. I'll tell you what though, it was hard, really hard using one hand. I didn't realise how much I unconsciously use my left hand. Like a lot. Let's take this little brush. This is a real technique. This is a detailer brush, so I'm just gonna put that in the Fenty one. A highlighter, the diamond bombs. Put that in. Just lightly put it in there. Put it on the arch of my brow. I would say brow bone, but it's more like brow fat. This isn't really showing up that much. It's like, maybe I need to wet the brush. Maybe that's why it doesn't look that pigmented. My face looks shiny, but in a good way. I feel like my oils haven't come through yet, which is good. Clean up my lips, the little sponge. Tell you what though, a bloody difficult video. Setting spray. The Gerard Cosmetics Layer Day, I'm nearly out. This is the rose scented one. I did do the Nikia Joy, I mentioned earlier that I love. That is me done. Give me a thumbs up if you feel sorry for me, because this is hard work and it's kind of tragic. That's my finished look. If I was going anywhere, do something about my hair, but I'm not, as always, so you can check out Instagram if you want some stills of this picture. I mean, of this makeup. I think the lip came alright. Looks a bit tinier than it did. I don't know. It's a long ass video though. Look at my eyes. The highlight is starting to look okay though, like overall. I think that shiny primer was fine, you know. It didn't make that much difference once I got like my foundation on. But now I'm gonna go lie down, have a break. Have a rest, have a have a break, have a Kit Kat. I don't have any Kit Kat in. I'm done. Join me next time when I'm going to do some proper Halloween makeup and I'll be in the right space of mind. Everything will be zen. yeah, so bye.